Hello, in this video we will continue with the swing class. And in the last video, let's remember what we did when I run the program. So we have a JFrame, and inside of the JFrame I put only one component, which is a button. And also I create an object of the listener, action listener, and so it has one method in it, which is action performed method, and it displays hello on the screen. So when I click on the button, so let me do this. When I click on the button, it says hello on the screen. Okay, and now let's put some more component in this one. Actually, before doing it, let me have an inner class. So I make the inner class inside of the method instead of outside of the method. So let me just, so here, so after we have the button, let's say class, and let me name this listener inner class, and also this implements so this implements action listener. Okay, so here we need to have action performed method. Okay, so let me just say system out print line. So this says hello. Okay. Okay, so this says hello, and then in here, instead of listener hello, let me use the listener inner. Okay, listener inner, and now I can just get rid of this one. So listener hello, I can from here, listener hello, I can just delete it. I don't need that anymore. Okay, now we use the inner class. Okay, now let me run the program. Okay, so when I click on this, okay, it says hello on the screen. So now we have only one component. Let's also have another component, which is label. So here, let me just so J label. Okay, J label, and let me name this label. So label is like a placeholder on the GUI that displays something, some word, some string. So it is similar to output console, but instead you display that on the screen. I'm sorry, on the GUI. And so here, let me say new and JLabel, and let me use this one, which takes a string. So initially, let me just have a few dashes. Okay. Okay, so a few dashes, and then we need to put that in here. So let's say after we put the button, okay, so we put the button here. Also, let me put the label. So I say button, okay, add, okay, label. I'm sorry, not the label, not the button. We put the label into the frame. Okay, frame. Let me run the program. Okay, I cannot see it. So where is the label? First we put the label, and then we put the button. Button goes on top of the label. So label is at the at the back. So let me change the order. So let me take this one, frame add button, before this. So here first I put the button and I put the label on top of the button. So now let me see what it does. Okay, so now the label is on the top. Okay, so and then button is at the back. So if I click here, it doesn't display hello on the screen because I cannot access to button. Button is at the behind of the label. So to solve this problem, so we put the button and label to the frame, but we didn't say where to put them. Okay, so we did not position them. So let me just go back to PowerPoint slides. Okay, so let me explain in here. Okay, actually let me just find it. Okay, this one. Okay, so by default, okay, the JFrames has border layout. Okay, so let me explain here. So with a border layout, we have 5 regions: north, south, west, center, east. So when you put by default, it goes to the center. So when there is nothing on the north or south, the height of the north will be 0. When you don't put anything to the west, the width of the west becomes 0. So this is east. So the west and east, in terms of the width, they take whatever they need, and the remaining goes to the center. Okay, and now let's go back to here. So for the button, let's say so the first parameter is the component that you want to put, and the second part is where you want to position it. So JFrame by default has the border layout, and here I say, so we use a constant inside of the border layout class, border layout, okay, and dot. So okay, I'm not sure if you can see this. Okay, so it says center, east, north, south. Okay, so let's put the border, so the button on the top, north. Okay, and let's put the label to the center, border layout, center. So now let's see how this works. Okay, so now we have the button on the north, and it uses just the space as it needs. Okay, and the remaining goes to the label. Okay, so the remaining part goes to the label, and now there is no west, there is no east, and there is no south. Okay, so if I put the label to the south, let's see what happens. If I put the label to the south, also label takes the space as much as it needs, no more. Okay, so as you see here, it uses just this much space, and then also for the north it takes this, and there is nothing in the center. So the remaining goes to center, but there is no component in the center. So now let's see what happens if I put the button to the center. Okay, so the first label takes space as the as much as it needs because it is in the south. Okay, and then the remaining part goes to the center. The component, the button component, goes to center. Okay, and now let's change this. So when I say, okay, so let me make the button at the south, and let me put the label to the center. Okay, so when I click on the button, I want to make the label hello instead of displaying hello here. So here I will say when we click on the button, we want to change the label of the text of the label. So here I say label dot set text. Okay, set text to hello. Okay, now let me run this. Okay, so initially the text of the label is just some dashes. So when I click on this, now it becomes hello. As you see here, now it becomes hello. Now let's complicate this a little bit. Let's say we have a balance, and each time I click on this, we would like to deposit, for example, $100. So let's say initial balance is 1,000. Okay. So to do this, let's have a static variable. So I can keep it private, and this is static. Okay. So here I say int, and let me say balance. Okay. And initially, let's make it 1,000. Okay, so here, when we click on this, okay, I would like to change the balance. Okay, so here I say balance. Okay, so balance plus equals, let's say 100. Okay, and then, so what else? Okay, so this is displayed when we click on the button, but initially I want to display the balance, which is 1,000. Okay, so here let me say balance. Okay, so what is the problem here? So the label expects text, which is string, but balance is not string. So here, this is one solution. I can concatenate it with empty string. So this is empty string, and then plus, then this becomes a string. Okay, so I can do the same thing here. When I click on the button, I would like to increase balance by 100, and then just display the new balance. Okay, now let's see how it works. If I run the program, okay, it is good. We have 1,000 displayed. If I click on this, now it is 1,100, 1,200, 13, 14, and so on. Okay, and so now it works in this way. Now let's have one more. Okay, so now let's have one more button to terminate the program. So here it will it will be another kind of listener. Okay, so here I say class listener exit, and this also implements action listener. Okay, and let's have the this method, action performed method. Okay, when we click on this, we want to just terminate the program. So that is system.exit with the status 0. Okay. What else? Now we need to create another button. So let me just create a button here, J button. And let me name this button exit. New J button. And string. Let me say exit. Okay, so let's make this, instead of say hello, deposit 100. Okay, deposit 100. Okay, so this is exit. In here, after I have the listener, this listener, let me create an object of it. I can again make it action listener, and let me say listener exit new. So listener exit class. Okay, and then let's associate it with this button. Okay, button exit, and okay, add action listener, and then listener exit. Okay, now let's see how this works. Okay, and also I have not put the button exit yet to the frame, so let me show in here. So I put this button to the south, and let's put the exit button to the north. Frame, add, okay, add, and then button exit, and let's put this to the north. Okay, now let's see how this works. Okay, so deposit, okay, so deposit changes this. When I click exit, so as you see now it is running. When I click exit, okay, it is terminated. So this is called. I hope this is clear. Have a nice day.